Goeiedag. Ons kyk in hierdie les na woordeboekgebruik. Dis so maklik om te sê, gebruik jou woordeboek om woorde op te kyk. Maar hoe werk daai woordeboek eintlik? Hy gee vir ons baie meer inligting as wat ons eintlik besef. Kom ons gaan kyk. In ons Afrikaans-Engels woordeboek kry jy aan die begin Afrikaans na Engels en agter Engels na Afrikaans. By elke woord word die woordsoort aangedui. So this gives us our parts of speech. Die klem van die woord word aangedui, the emphasis, and this helps us with the pronunciation of the word so that we know where to place the emphasis in the word. In brackets, it shows us the plural of the word, if of course it is a noun. Then it also shows us the time. It will give you the verlede tyd, the past tense, in brackets, if it is a verb. Die lettergrepe word aangetoon. Met ander woorde, lettergrepe. Goed, hy wys dit vir ons. En die vertaling, obviously that's what a dictionary is used for, the translation. Let's look at an example page. You can now pause the video and get your dictionary out so that you can see it in front of you while we are looking at the example. So go to P and find the word pleister. Let's look at the different things that this dictionary is showing us. The word pleister, can you see there's a little line? So that tells us how to pronounce this word. The emphasis is on the first syllable, pleister. The dot shows us the lettergreep so that you know what to do it. Woordsoort, naamwoord. So hierdie een is 'n naamwoord. Wat is 'n naamwoord nou weer? It is a noun. In other words, it's going to have a plural. And there it shows us pleisters. In English, this is a plaster. And then it goes further to give you an example of an English and Afrikaans sentence. Ma het 'n pleister oor die sny op my hand geplak. Mom put a plaster on the cut on my hand. Now, when we see this number 1 and this number 2, it means that there is more than one meaning to this specific word. More than one meaning. Reg. So the second meaning of pleister has geen meervoud. It's also plaster. Now the example says, die pleister van daai bouvallige ou huis dop van die mure af. In English, the plaster of that dilapidated old house is flaking off the walls. So it's very clear what the two different meanings is. Then it goes further. There's a third pleister. And can you see in brackets, there it gives us the tense, which immediately tells us that this is a werkwoord, a verb. Nou praat ons van 'n ander soort pleister. Die mure van die skoolgebou moet nog gepleister en geverf word. The walls of the new school building still have to get plastered and painted. So once you are done with this little paragraph, there's nothing you do not know about this word. We're just quickly going to look at the next one. Pleit gives us het gepleit in the past tense, which means it is a werkwoord, and in English, it means to plead. And then it gives us sentences as an example of what it means. This one here, plak, can you see is a bywoord. It's an adverb. In places, here and there. And then once again, sentences to make the meaning clear. Let's just look at one more example. This one gives us the abbreviation, mevrou, reg? Dis 'n afkorting, and yes, it does have a plural, MEVV. Dis 'n afkorting and abbreviation. En in Engels is dit Mrs. And then once again, our Afrikaans and English sentence to make the meaning clear. Mevrou, once again, you can see the lettergreep me en die klem van die woord, mevrou, meervoud, dis 'n naamwoord, madam, and the two sentences. MG is 'n afkorting vir milligram. Middag, plural, it's a noun. And then once again, it gives us the sentences and the two different meanings by 1 and 2. So this is how easy it actually is to use your dictionary. This was taken from the latest Pharos, the newest edition, the yellow and grey one. So if that's the one you've got, the examples will be exactly the same. Linking in to the dictionary usage, we're going to look at afkortings en akronieme. Kom ons kyk na afkortings, abbreviations. Once again, this is stuff that you need to learn, guys. So there's no specific rule or anything. Sometimes there is, but each word has its own. And your all-famous Afrikaans Handbook and Study Guide has them all. Kom ons kyk na voorbeelde. 2 easy ones for you to remember. Die dae van die week, days of the week, is the first 2 letters met 'n punt. Die eerste 2 letters en 'n punt. So julle sal sien Sondag, Maandag, Dinsdag, Woensdag, Donderdag, Vrydag, Saterdag. Straightforward. Maande van die jaar, months of the year, is die eerste 3 met 'n punt. The first 3 letters with a full stop. And here we have 2 exceptions. March, which is Maart in Afrikaans, and May. Goed, May is a short word, so it does not have an abbreviation. All the rest, first 3 letters and a full stop. On this next slide, I am giving you a couple of examples. You can pause the screen here and just have a look at them. It's general ones that are asked. There's a lot more, but these ones you can study from here. Volgende kyk ons na akronieme. Akronieme are acronyms. Dis woorde wat ons maak uit die afkorting. So, it's not simply an abbreviation, we make an actual word from it. For example, Sasol staan vir die Suid-Afrikaanse Steenkool en Oliemaatskappy. Ons het 'n nuwe woord gemaak. Our best friend Eskom is die Elektrisiteitsvoorsieningskommissie. Unisa is die Universiteit van Suid-Afrika. 'n PIN is 'n persoonlike identifikasienommer en SARU is die Suid-Afrikaanse Rugby Unie. Wat nodig is om te onthou, for acronyms, a lot of the time, the Afrikaans and the English will be the same, because it's a general thing that they took and they made it into a word. So acronyms you might find in English and in Afrikaans. Remember how to use your dictionary and refer to your study guide for the abbreviations. Ek sien julle volgende keer.